What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm joined by
Gersh1.
That was a little abrupt.
It was guttural.
It was Gersheral.
Gersheral.
And we're here to answer your questions in another visceral episode of For the Greater
WAAAGH. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question, because we get to those questions first. And that is what that's what all of you guys did. But what we're going to do today is, in honor of the really badass trailer short movie that came out, sorry, I had a burp, called Guardsman 2018. If you haven't checked it out, you really should after you watch this video.
That's by Richard Boylan, I believe that's his name, which is the same guy that did the Helsreach animations.
Yep, so we're going to give you our top 3 Warhammer 40K trailer slash video slash fan thing on the YouTubes. And we might even put links in the description down below to all the ones to our list.
All right.
So let's get started with number 3.
Easily, the third one has got to be an old school one. It is the Dawn of War trailer that features the Blood Ravens going up against the Orcs.
I think when Captain, do you remember what that captain's name is?
Oh man,
Blood Raven Captain. But when he screams, I'm pretty sure that scream is the same scream that they use for Sly Marbo in the what is it? That yeah. But yeah, that is a really good trailer.
We play the Dawn of War PC games, and that was literally like what I would use to pump me up before a game.
Yeah, that is true. It was really good. My position on number 3 is the trailer that just came out, the second trailer for Inquisitor Martyr. Mm-hmm. That's when you have the Inquisitor fighting alongside a bunch of stormtroopers, and then they are fighting like, I think it was like Plague Marines, and then one of the Great Unclean Ones. Mm-hmm. That entire thing is just awesome, and then like I don't know, everything was awesome about that trailer.
Yeah, definitely. That is actually my number 2.
Okay.
Just everything that gets put into it makes me feel that GW can easily put out a movie that just looks really great. The animation's good. Everything feels the way it should. Like the Plague Marines feel heavy and disgusting. The way that the lasers being shot from the troopers are just, it's really good.
And then for my number 2, it has to be Helsreach.
I will die on this world. I cannot tell where this conviction comes from. Whatever birthed it is a mystery to me, and yet the thought clings like a virus, blooming behind my eyes and taking deep root within my mind.
It's really long, really well done, and I've watched it a couple of times. Excellent to put on while I'm doing cardio or something. I could just watch that, and yeah, it's really well put together.
Mm-hmm. After a lot of debating, I'm going to say my number 1 trailer is going to be The Death of Hope. It is a fan animation, and the plan for it is for it to be a whole movie. For it to be fan animation, it looks really good.
These traitors know no bounds.
They were my brothers, but no longer.
I know you've got a few gripes with it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But I really loved it. That just got the whole Horus Heresy into perspective. Like the whole Space Marine versus Space Marine combat looks good. The animation is pretty fluid for something that's fan-made, and it just looks really, really great. Like that's something that I can't wait to see overall.
Yeah, my number 1 has to be Astarte. Now, there's 2 parts to it, and it's extremely short, but if we ever get a movie that's set in the Warhammer 40K universe, I want it to look like that. it has like a Star Wars feel to
Yeah.
it. It has like a sci-fi feel to it. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is my number one, and it's my number one because it also like teases you, like you want more.
That's true.
Yeah, and then just an honorable mention. I believe it's called Inquisitor or Inquisition. Do you remember that short movie?
Yeah, that's also a fan
Yep.
made. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's really nice.
But you get to actually see Terra, and like there's like a parade going on. And,
Yeah, it's we use it a lot, and it's a great piece of fan work. I just don't really like the whole Inquisitor part of it.
Which is the main.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just that's the first like 5 minutes of
Yeah.
like a whole movie.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be an entire movie.
Yeah.
Comment down below. Let us know what you think of our list. What are your top 3 favorite trailers, fan art, or fan movies for Warhammer 40K?
Yeah. The next question is by Michael Howell. Are there any instances of Terrans falling to chaos? Now,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Terrans are just regular peeps.
There's even theories that there is a cult on Terra that worships Slanesh.
And there's also theories of gene stealer cults on Terra. So for it being supposedly the most heavily defended place in all the Terran solar system, or Imperial solar system, for it to have like cults and stuff, that's a little like, come on, man. You got the Emperor right there. Maybe the Emperor is the cause of all this.
Maybe. Next question comes from Bruce Thoman. Does the warp extend beyond the Milky Way, or is it something unique to our galaxy? It's something unique to our galaxy. It does not exist in other galaxies. Otherwise, we would have seen creatures from other galaxies come through the warp.
Which maybe that's what like the Psych Neuen are, and the warp vampires and all that stuff.
Maybe. No, but those are warp entities. Like, they actually exist in the warp.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They fly. Anyways, yeah. Next question. I have one from Lord Slade 1. How powerful are the Men of Iron? If one could be used by the Imperium, how much ass would be kicked?
All
lot.
of it.
Yeah. If you check out our 40 facts on the Salamanders, I think it's the first part. There's a really good story of the Salamanders fighting the Men of Iron that were actually on Terra during the Unification War, and I think it was a legion of, I want to say like 3,000, and only 300 made it out alive.
Oh, jeez.
So that's how powerful they are. Next question.
Fluffy bacon. That sounds nasty, dude. I'm picturing like those little like furry caterpillars.
With bacon.
Yeah.
So fungus on bacon.
Pretty much. Can Nurgo's minions infect a gene stealer?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're just basically going off of how Mini Wargaming Matt has Tyranid gene stealers. Or Tyranid gene stealers infected by Nurgo's plagues.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything from Mini Wargaming in a long time.
No, yeah, same here.
Next question comes from Jacob Eaton. What is the strongest lost technology before the God Emperor campaign? I have heard of lost fortresses and other huge space war machines, but wanted to know more about lost tech. I think the greatest technology, based on the lore, is the blueprint to the Onager crawlers. That's where you get the Onager Doom Crawler from the Skitarii. That's where you get pretty much every single like walker is based off of that blueprint. So that is the most powerful because it's good for agriculture, it's good for exploration, it's good for everything.
Aren't Onager Dune Crawlers like the pilot is like inside of like goop?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Yeah. The one that's the Titans are inside of goop. Yeah.
I want to be inside some goop.
Green goop. Next question. Oh.
Ivic Henry. Question. Thick sororitas or tig old bitty towel?
Oh, thick sororitas all day.
I gotta stick with my towel. Baby blue all day.
Bad choice. You need somebody with good birthing hips.
True. But I don't know how Tau give birth, so I don't gotta worry about that.
Through their nose.
That's their nose, their slit.
I think so.
Slit.
Kennedy Shepard. Why is GW so against branching out into other mediums like anime or live action? The 40K universe seems so perfect for a mech anime.
I feel like it'll be like kind of like overshadowed by like all the other mech animes out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, I could see like the art style of it maybe being anime, but like I don't know.
I feel the same. I feel the exact opposite. I feel like anime does not match with the grim darkness of the
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Unless you do something like the Akira. Have you seen Akira?
Mm-hmm.
Like that type of animation where it looks like...
Have you seen a Castlevania on Netflix?
No.
No.
I watched that's a lie. I watched like the first episode. I didn't like it.
What about that type of animation?
No, I don't like that type of animation. I really want to get like back to like the gritty, like I think it was like 24 drawings per shot. I don't know if they still do that anymore. But like that type of...
You're saying like 24 frames per second.
There you go.
That's a lot of drawings, dude. I mean, they don't look really crisp though, because you have that many like moving images.
I just don't want any of like the latest like animated kind of like Batman Beyond type thing.
I wouldn't say that's the latest, because Batman Beyond came out like 10 years ago.
That's true. Or no, like the Spider-Man one.
The movie that's coming out
with Miles Morales or whatever.
Because that's all like CG though.
Yeah, like I don't want that though. What was this question? We answered this question, right?
I think so.
No.
Oh. I don't know. You were reading this question.
No. Yeah. So why? Oh, and another thing why GW doesn't branch out like that is because they have to worry first and foremost about bringing in people to the game.
Mm-hmm. If anything, I see it being kind of cartoonish because of the whole Warhammer Adventures thing. Yeah. Bring the kids to 40K.
Yeah.
Introduce them to Slanesh and Nurgle and Core.
Next question.
Why not? Asks. So, like, who's a better marksman? A Vindicare or a Space Marine sniper?
Oh, a Vindicaar.
Hands down.
Yeah.
They're bred, they're gene selected, they're trained, and everything that has to do with that Vindicare's life is all made for being a Vindicare assassin.
Yep. Next question comes from Mountain Yeti. What Space Marine Legion don't have a codex in the 8th edition? What Legion do you want to see get their own codex and why? So, what Space Marine Legion doesn't have a codex in the 8th edition? A lot of them.
Yeah, the Black Templars, the Crimson Fists, Salamanders. I mean, they're already a part of like the main Space Marine codex, but like, yeah, they're missing a lot.
Who would you want to see and why?
The Minotaurs.
Why?
Because I feel like their ties to the High Lords can give them more, like, better weaponry and stuff like that. So maybe like the Space Marines, instead of them having just regular bolters, maybe they all have artificially mastercrafted bolters or something like that. Like, yeah, point-wise, it's going to be really expensive, but you'll have a really good squad.
Yeah, that would be badass. I would want... it's a toss-up between the Black Templars and the Salamanders. Just because we have a friend that's always bitching.
Yeah, that's true.
So, maybe I'll shut him up. Next question.
I'll kind of combine all your suggestions into a question. So, in the previous, before the Greater War, I said I needed a haircut, and I asked you guys what type of style would it be. And a few of you are saying, you know, go bald and go like a Shaolin monk. I'm not ever going to do that.
Have you seen your bald head? Have you ever seen like what it looks like?
But I don't think I want to.
Oh. Because like you know how some people have the wrinkly back of the head?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that?
I don't know. I've usually had my hair pretty long.
What's the shortest you've ever gone?
Probably what I had like in like middle school.
But what number is that?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Think of it as like slightly more than like a fade. I had a fade at one point, and that's probably the lowest I've ever had. Mm. But if you go back to like way, like 4 years ago to where we first started like doing hero clicks and all that, I had longer hair, so that's kind of what I had back then.
We're so young.
Yeah.
We're so full of youth.
Now we're just dead and decaying, barely hanging on. having coughs that don't go away.
Yeah. I haven't coughed in a while.
That's good. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But yeah. One of you guys said I should get braids. Surprisingly, I've had braids before.
You had braids? When did you have braids?
This was like in high school. I had it for like 2 days. Like I had braids and then immediately I like straightened my hair out and I looked emo.
I remember that.
Raw XD basically.
I remember the emo phase.
It's a good thing you didn't see the braids.
Yeah. So what style are you gonna end up going with?
I'm not sure. Keep giving me suggestions.
Next question comes from Martin Cauliflower. What do orcs use for ammo? Is it bolter rounds? If not, how do they penetrate Space Marine armor? It's a mixture of any type of ammo that they can find. It's not a mixture. It's just any ammo that they can find.
Right.
Yeah.
Defool06. Which death would you choose? Death by fire or death by ice?
Ice. You go numb. Fire is the opposite. Every single sense, every single pain.
It'll burn you to the point of it burning off your feeling, like your nervous system, and then you won't feel it. But by that point, you'll probably be dead.
I heard that burning, burning alive is the worst pain you could ever experience, more so than freezing.
Have you ever been lied to by the Emperor, Gersh? Have you ever penetrated the Imperial truth? That is the worst type of pain. Knowing the truth behind all truth.
I've burned myself before and it hurts a lot.
That's true. That
for days. Not just like one and done.
When I was younger, you know those little like push-in things in like the car that you could use for like lighting up cigarettes?
Yeah.
My dad would always tell me, stop playing, you're going to get burnt. And I remember one day I pushed it in, it got hot, and I took it out, and I just looked at it like it was red. And I just put my thumb on it.
Did it burn you?
The worst day of my life. And I didn't want to
cry
or like show pain. Because like literally my dad told me don't mess with it like 2 minutes ago. And like, no, I don't have it anymore. But I remember when I put my thumb on it, like I could see like the little rings on it. Like they singed into my flesh. But yeah, burning kind of sucks, dude.
Last question. What you got?
This one's by John Mannard. Is it theoretically possible in 40K to completely seal off the warp? And if so, how?
Yes, that is what was going to happen when Abaddon decided to ram his ship into Cadia. So the way that they were going to do it is that the Necrons created these things called pylons, which actually close the warp, and they were going to close the Eye of Terror completely, and then...
It
didn't happen. It actually was the opposite. Like the pylons were destroyed and like a huge warp rift opened up, and that's why we have the Maelstrom now, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Like always.
Put questions for your questions. If not, well, we'll probably still read them if they're good enough. But yeah.
This is Gersh1.
This is Sound Alchemist, and we will see ya next time.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.